Folks, welcome to Pasadena, California, and the beautiful Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. This is a setting so beautiful, so perfect, it almost looks like a movie set. This is not just a regular matchup. A battle of top 10 teams, two teams colliding early in the season. One team can make a strong statement about the season ahead. As we'll see a team that made use of a bye week, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the UCLA Bruins. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback making some changes at the line. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They bring him down to the 32-yard line. So we got the Big Ten versus the Big 12, two conferences that have been reshaped dramatically in recent years, Kurt. Always interesting to have these two leagues collide. It's an opportunity.
Yeah, and the Big Ten and the Big 12, they don't have a ton of history together, but they do have some history in recent years. Remember, Ohio State and Oklahoma had a home-and-home. Ohio State beat Oklahoma in Norman, and then the following year, remember Baker Mayfield planting the Oklahoma flag after they upset Ohio State in 2017, and that propelled them into a playoff berth. So there's no reason why a win like that on either side couldn't do the same.
Caught quickly, moving right through the contact. They get him, but what a spin move. That's one for the highlight reel.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Now it's second down here. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Catch made on the sidelines, and that gain is enough to move the sticks.
Well, this is called settle.
Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. Well, they took a look just to confirm it, but it looks like they got it right on the field. After the review, the play will stand. Tight end goes in motion. Looking to throw it on first down. Lets it go quickly. It's caught downfield. Brought down quickly, but the gain moves the football to the 30.
It's a first down here by this UCLA offense. Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver to be able to get those yards and keep the sticks moving. Good job also just feeling the defense's coverage and making a quick decision to get that ball out.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. And he scores. Touchdown, Bruins.
You know, we're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Fighting off the defender. They stop him right at the 24.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
He'll hand it off. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. It's an out route, the catch made, and he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Well, when you run that out route, he's going to end up very close to the sideline. Love his awareness to realize not only keep his eyes on the football, but where he is on the field. He gets his toe down before he goes out of bounds for the catch.
To the air, it's Johnson. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just run and pound hill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Dumps a short throw down to the running back. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. And the pass is complete to the tight end. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Second down play coming up. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time, they got to him and forced that incompletion.
This was a promising drive, but back-to-back incompletions makes it 3rd and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
4th and 10 after 3 straight incompletions. Can they connect this time? Dropping back, it's Johnson. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going. First and goal, a great chance to answer that opening touchdown. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. And they're trying to punch it in here.
Man, it's first and goal. You're thinking about trying to score. You're looking at positive yards instead. You're going backwards. That's going to set up a very important second down call here.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, UCLA 7, Arizona 0.
They've had the break to talk about it. Now we begin the quarter with the offense set up second and goal. And the quarterback will just sneak it now. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Arizona.
Number 3.
Well, they slow the game down with a long, grinding drive to produce a touchdown. That was impressive.
What's impressive to me is the consistency. You know, it's one thing to hit a receiver and you can score a big touchdown, but to be able to go and sustain drives and keep the sticks moving, that puts a lot on the quarterback and the execution of the offense, and man, did they make that look easy.
Fields it just outside the goal line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there.
And your UCLA Bruins will take over first and 10.
And the UCLA offense back out on the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the second and third down coming up.
Short pass finds the tight end. That'll pick up first down yardage very near the 40.
So much pressure on the defense against the RPO because you're always going to be wrong if it's executed correctly. Here, they were determined to stop the run. The problem is you leave yourself vulnerable to a throw into a flat. Right flat's open. The quarterback makes the right throw. And look at these yards.
No gain on the play. Brings up
Second down after that previous play. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the grab. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up for the first down. The Bruins keep the football on the move.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he can be a monster today.
The Bruins are in the red zone. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Looks left and finds his target there. And they bring him down at the 5. Solid gain, though, on the completion.
You talk about balance as a play caller. I don't know if it gets much better than what this offense is doing. 3 runs, 3 passes, and all 3 passes have been completions. Now it's first and goal.
Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
You know, the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it, because that puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just...
And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA.
As a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front, and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
Point after, up and good. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. They scored a touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Scanning the field, it's Johnson. And he lofts it toward the sideline. And he is wide open for a huge gain. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Boy, we see more and more of this in college football. If you get the right guy in that slot that can win the one-on-one matchups, you take some chances. Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Bruins offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, moved right down the field for a touchdown. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
With the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Getting set. Here's second down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Pocket breaking down. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. On the run, he'll let it go. Makes the catch downfield. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball for 31. And the Bruins will have 1st and 10 here. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. The clock has stopped. We've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Offense getting set. Second down play here. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier.
Just great job by this defense defending this RPO. They sat back and then they overcommitted to stop the run game, and it works out.
One of those critical 3rd down plays coming up. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. He's moving out of the pocket now. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit.
Catch made. It's a big play inside the 30. They finally get him down, but an explosive play. The offense in business now at the 24.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again.
Let's go.
First down. Looking to throw the football. There's a shot toward the end zone. And he'll get there. Touchdown, Bruins. Lining up to try the extra point. He knocked through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime.
14.
He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Well, he's got a crease here. Look out. They're just able to stop him, but that is a great return there. He's a dangerous guy with the football, and it's a great spot to start this drive. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. Time running out here in the first half. Wouldn't expect them to be too aggressive in this position. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver makes the catch. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
And looking to throw now on first down. Finds an open target on the left side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
Really good job here by the defense in coverage. Did a nice job here of staying in phase with the receiver. There's no chance for a completion at all.
Looking downfield, it's Johnson. Junior steps up and makes an impact play. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Looking to throw it on third and very long. And he'll loft it to the end zone. The pass is intercepted. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway.
Well, I'm not shocked here at all by this throw. The offense is facing a third and long. Why not just throw it up and take a chance? Maybe you get a completion. Maybe you get a pass interference. Worst case, it's intercepted. But it's almost like a punt. The ball is thrown so far downfield.
Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. Some of the crowd hoping for more, but the coach content to take this lead into halftime. The Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Bruins will kick it off to begin the second half. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. We get the second half started with the running play.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. On the handout, they'll test the right side here. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he's got his man open downfield. You get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert. New set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Arizona getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. To the air, it's Johnson. Bringing pressure. Cannot escape, and down he goes.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
These big guys up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. Catch made on the left side. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. That's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch and it has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line. Because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field on that drag route. And the quarterback that time had enough time to be able to navigate the coverage and make the accurate throw.
Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
On their own side of the 50, but they're going to go for it here on 4th and inches. That's a design quarterback keeper. Inside the 45. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26.
I can really appreciate this offensive coordinator not trying to just do something crazy. You're less than a foot away from the first down line. Just punch it in and pick up a first down. That's what they call here, and it works out perfectly.
This Arizona offense is moving quickly down the field. Play action here on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And the ball is picked off. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway at the 26-yard line is huge. And the UCLA offense takes the field. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Here's the 2nd down play. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. Offense will set up on 1st and 10. keeping it on the ground here. Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Game on the play. Offense facing fourth down.
The Bruins will send the punt team onto the field.
On to kick it away.
And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. Tackle made after a big gain.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Gain moves the ball to the 40. It'll be first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's escaping the pocket now. Deep shot caught out of the 15. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Arizona.
Oh, this is how you start to get rolling. That's 2 touchdowns so far, and the more he gets fed, the more often he's going to cash in.
The PAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the UCLA offense is back out on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. Short throw complete to the tight end. A big hit by the linebacker. Physical tackle there, big versus big.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
There's a 1st and 10 play. And here's the handoff. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
He's running out of time here. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Man, the quarterback got nailed there, Chris. We'll have to take another look. He gets the ball out, but he took a big hit. This offensive line has got to do a better job at taking care of their superstar if they want to have a chance to win this game.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Stop at the 43. This offense picks up another 1st down.
That's the end of the third quarter. And after 3, the game is tied.
And the Bruins are looking to keep this drive going.
Here we go.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep.
A lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Quick completion to the tight end. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes the reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception, but right there to make a nice tackle for a loss.
Looking to throw again. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle to the 28. This offense threatening now. Another first down. The Bruins come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. Here comes a first down pass attempt. He pulls in the catch. He's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, that's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Pass caught. Can he get in? Touchdown, UCLA. And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackle at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Lofting it toward the left sideline. And he's got it! A diving catch way downfield.
What a great catch by that receiver, Chris. He lays out and comes down with it, and the quarterback is the beneficiary. He's actually over 200 yards, and he can thank his receivers for plays like this.
Here comes a handoff. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he scores. Touchdown, Wildcats. That's another passing strike from this quarterback. He is having himself a tremendous ballgame.
Boy, this guy just can't miss. Every single time he throws, it seems like he's coming up with another touchdown. The receivers are running good routes. He has enough time to throw. And, man, this poor defense, they might want to think about changing up the coverage because right now it is not working.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Bruins offense back out on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? First play of the drive.